Hello everyone and welcome to my preview for Stakes Day. Always a cracker of a card each and every year, and this is no exception. Last week we were able to make profit again due to the big price of Nashira, and overall, since we've started this new concept, 39% in profit when level staking. So that's good. Let's keep it rolling into this week. It's time now for early cash, trying to find a winner from races 1 to 3 around the country this weekend. And I've gone to Morphettville for this one. Race 1, number 3, Keep Reading. Now this horse finished half a length off another horse called Q-Man last start. Q-Man gets a little weight swing off it and has a bit more of a fitness advantage. But I just like the effort of Keep Reading, and I think drawn gate 1 on Saturday can settle right there on speed and can potentially turn the tables. I don't think there's too much discrepancy in the price. Cuman's about $220 and Keep Reading's $350. So Keep Reading is my early cash. It's now time for the plays of the day from Flemington. Hopefully this week can bring us fortunes. I've got 3 to get into, so we'll start with race 3, number 6, Schwartz, named after Melbourne great Daniel Schwartz, to be ridden by James McDonald. I like this horse stepping up to the 1400 metres. Is a really big horse and was doing some good work late over the 1200 last start on Cox Plate Day. It missed the start on that occasion, so hopefully it doesn't do that again. Drawn gate 1, he might need a bit of room being a big horse, but being Flemington, hopefully he gets that. As I said, up to the 1400 suits, and I think he's a class runner. I'm happy to be with him. Next up is race 4, the Queen Elizabeth Stakes, and I'm with number 2, Duke de Sessa. I just think this horse dropping back in grade now is ready to win. A few people have been talking about him, or were talking about him as a potential value play for the Caulfield Cup at Group 1 level behind Without a Fight and West Wind Blows. Those are Group 1 superstars. This horse is up in distance, which I like, drops back to Group 3 level, which I also like, easier grade. Gate 2 can settle in a more on-speed position, and Johnny Allen retains the ride. I reckon this horse deserves to be favourite and still surprise Miramasa as the favourite. I think Duke de Sessa is ready to win and can do on Saturday. But my best of the day comes up in race 6, the Champions Sprint. Race 6, number 7, In Secret. No, I didn't say that wrong. In Secret is my best of the day, and I'm taking on Imperatriz. We'll start with In Secret. This horse is 4th up, peaking. James McDonald on draws gate 5 will be in an on-speed roll down the straight or midfield, getting some cover. Was really good in the Everest, has been given 4 weeks between runs, a little freshen up. It's ready to fire in my opinion. Now, why I'm taking on Imperatriz is purely for one reason, also because of the price, but the reason is that she's on the 2-week backup. Now, all her 16 wins in her career, every single one of them, she's been off a 3-week backup or anything above that. And the 2 times she's been on a 2-week backup, she's run 3rd, starting at $1.50 favourite, and 4th, starting at $1.50 favourite. Now, I will say both those runs were on heavy ground, but her other 2 runs on heavy ground have both been wins, so that could be a sign of maybe she wasn't at her best because of the ground, and she's 11 from 12 on good tracks. But that's just an interesting stat I found out about Imperatriz, and that's why I think In Secret is over the odds in the Champions Sprint. We'll now move on to Drum Kit.
It's going to be an absolute boil-over.
Trying to find horses above $10 that will or is to back each way. So we'll start in race 1 at Flemington, number 2, Japanese Emperor. I just like this horse because I think it's the best horse in the race. Draws gate 8, should be around midfield or so and swooping. Damien Oliver retains the ride. This horse was pretty good behind Jenny Lala and Ferretti last start in a benchmark 84 at Caulfield on Coonji Cup Day. I think this horse's form from last prep. It ran 3rd behind Bankmore and the Alistair Clark. It was close up behind Attrition and Legato in the Australian Guineas. I just think it's the best horse in the race and deserves to be shorter. And finally in race 2, I think number 6, Picardi Cardi is over the odds at $14. Now this horse finished 4 lengths behind She Dances and Rose Quartz in the Northwood Plume last start. After missing the start by about 8 lengths, did a tremendous job to catch up late. Missed the start there and gets the blinkers on for the first time, which could even make it miss the start more. But if it jumps with them, it's right in the game. Tyler Schiller takes the ride down from Sydney, draws 10, the right part of the straight, will be swooping, and I think 3rd up, ready to peak, is $14 is over the odds. We'll now move on to the quaddie, and last week was pretty poor. Only got 1 from 4 of the legs. Osmosis, didn't have that in the Coolmore Stud, had Riff Rocket in the Derby, didn't have Pride of Jenny in the Empire Rose or Cause for Concern in the last. But we move on to this week. Race 6 gone in the Champion Sprint, just In Secret and Imperatriz. Race 7 just gone the 3 favourites trying to get through. Mr. Brightside, Alligator Blood and Fangirl in the Champions Mile. In Race 8 the Champion Stakes going, just 2, Zaki and West Wind Blows. I'm going skinny in the first 3 legs, so it entitles me to have a bit more of a go in the last leg and try and go for some value. I've got 7 there, but I don't think I've got any of the favourites, to be honest. So in the last leg I've got number 2, Anilla, number 3, Lounge Bar Ruby, number 6 for Pseudo, number 7, Buse, number 8, Along the River, number 14, Give Giggles, and number 18, Madame Dugast. And I think Kin and Ray Magnerio, number 9 and 10, are the 2 favourites. So if we get through to the last leg, it might pay good if we're able to jag it. We'll now move on to Around the Country. This has been successful the past couple of weeks, so hopefully we can continue that form ball rolling. But the first one we're going to go for is race 2 in Rose Hill, number 10, Loving Silla. I just think this horse down to the 52 kilos is extremely well suited. Gets Zach Lloyd on, Gun Apprentice, draws gate 5, so can be in a midfield position or so. I just think with its lightweight, doesn't have to be the best horse in the field to win this race, but I just think with the lightweight can fire. And staying with Rose Hill, race 5, number 12, Shadows of Love. Not too much value in the price, but this thing should be going very close. His third up is Peking, was good, running second last up behind Cloudland at the Kensington track. Draws 4, Tommy Berry, lightweight, ready to win. And we'll finish off at Morphettville, race 8, number 2, Lovely Lookin'. Now this horse came over to Victoria to run in the Tranquil Star behind Cua Volante and Vivier. Didn't run too well there. I think it went amiss or something might have happened. It finished last by 19 lengths, but before that was absolutely tearing it up in Adelaide. You're basically just banking on that the Andrew Gluyer's team have got it right. And she's fit to go for Saturday. And if they're running her 5th up in her first campaign and not putting her out for a spell after that disappointing performance at Caulfield, then she must be okay. And I think she's a class above this lot. And from gate 7, she'll be getting a good run to do so, which is win. It's that time of the week. It's last man standing. Sky High Horse Racing still has a massive lead, but we've had a bit of a change in the leaderboard. Geordie has gone from 3rd to 2nd, Sammy 2nd to 3rd, and I'm just timing my run from the back. I made $105 profit last week, courtesy of Nashira, but we'll see what we're doing this week. Sky High Horse Racing is having a pretty big spend, $500. He's having a $300 win bet on Imperatriz, a $50 win multi. Imperatriz into Antino, into the Velvet Queen, into Larrikin Rogue. 25 each way Larrikin Rogue, 15 each way Duke de Sessa, and 10 each way on the Velvet Queen. Geordie's just keeping it simple, 500 the win on Mr. Brightside in the Champions Mile. Sammy's having a $100 place multi. Luncey's into Alligator Blood, into Zaki. 100 the win on Thalassophile, 50 each way on Pesto, and 50 each way on Star Patrol. And me, I'm channeling my inner Simon Marshall. I'm going a $200 place multi on my Flemington plays. Schwartz into Duke de Sessa, into In Secret. Hopefully we do pretty well this week in Last Man Standing. We'll now move on to Sunday's session, trying to find a winner on the Sunday meeting. And on Sunday, racing heads to Ararat. And the Ararat Bowl is on. That's where we're going to look. Race 7, number 3, Baldinho. Again, probably no value in the price, but gets in well in the weights in this race with 54 kilos. Linda Meach, perfect front-running rider for this horse. Draws 8, will roll forward, is a last start winner, and hopefully should be getting the job done. It's now time for the Get Out Stakes, trying to find a winner from the last race of a meeting on Saturday, and I've gone to Doomben. Race 10, number 15, Storm the Fortress. This horse gets in extremely well in the weights with the 54 kilos, draws 8, was pretty good last start behind Shah of Goma at Eagle Farm, starting probably favourite on that occasion. Will be around midfield or so and storming home late down the outside. Hopefully want to be in that part of the track come that stage of the day. But that's going to do it for this week's preview. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully I found you a winner, and I'll see you all again next week.